Hello, and welcome to Speak for the Trees virtual tree inventory training. This is the 7th video of a 7-part series designed to teach you how to inventory trees and planting sites in the city of Boston. In this video, we will cover how to inventory a block. For branching out, we inventory trees by city blocks. A city block is an area that is surrounded by streets on all of its sides. When you inventory, you will go block by block. Each block is assigned a number that allows us to track which blocks have been done and which still need to be completed. To view, reserve, and mark blocks as complete, you will use the Speak for the Trees block tracking app. More information about this will be provided when you register as a volunteer following this training. To start inventorying, begin at the corner of a block. Follow the sidewalk down one street until you get to the next corner of the block. Add any planting sites and tree that you see along the way. When you get to the next corner of the block, turn and follow the sidewalk. Do not cross the street. Continue inventorying any planting sites or trees that you come across. Follow the sidewalk until you get back to the original spot you started in. When you have reached this point, you have successfully completed the block. You may now move on to the next one. Some blocks have a street that is not a throughway. These streets need to be inventoried as well. Like the previous example, follow the sidewalk all the way until you get back to your original starting point. This block is now complete. When you look at the map of assigned blocks, you may notice a red line that is along a street. If you see this, it means that the street is not publicly owned or will not be included in the inventory. You will not need to inventory this street. In this example block, the side street has a red line down it. Instead of inventorying that street and staying on the sidewalk, you may skip it and continue straight on. This block is now complete. Other times, a side of a block may have a red line going down the street. This section of the block does not need to be inventoried. You will complete the block when you finish the sides that are not marked red. You will not end up in the same location you started in. When you are placing trees on a block, remember to place them on the sidewalk and not in the middle of the street. Before you start inventorying, you will need a few things: a smart device with the Open Tree Map app, a tape measure, the Speak for the Trees Tree ID Guide, available online to view and download. See the link in the description below to access it, the Inventory Guide handout, and a map of assigned blocks. The following items are not required, but can make your inventory process easier and more comfortable. They include comfortable shoes, a hat or sunglasses, sunblock, and a bottle of water. To make your inventory process easier, here are a few tips to help you. You can inventory trees quickly if you inventory with a friend. You or a friend can make all the needed measurements and identify the tree species. The other can add all the information into the app. A sticker or a piece of tape can be useful for finding DBH on a tree. To do this trick, measure 54 inches up your body. Then, place a sticker on your arm or shirt sleeve where 54 inches is. When you need to find DBH on a tree, stand next to the tree using the sticker or tape as a marker. If you are confused about placing the tree marker on the map, think of it like placing a pickup spot for a ride-sharing service like Uber or Lyft. Like those two apps, you will want to place the marker on the right side of the street so that your driver can pick you up. If you place your pickup spot on the wrong side of the street, you will confuse the driver. If you place the tree on the wrong side, the data we collect will be confusing. Practicing and inventorying more trees will help you become more efficient at inventorying and completing blocks. As you do it, you will begin to find your own tips and tricks that will help you work with ease. Let's review now what was covered in this video. At Speak for the Trees, we inventory empty planting sites and trees by blocks. When you inventory a block, start at one of the street corners and follow a sidewalk until you get back to the spot you started in. If you see a street with a red line through it, you do not need to inventory those planting sites. You'll need a few supplies before you start your inventory work, like the Open Tree Map app and the Tree ID Guide. We discussed a few helpful tips and tricks to help you get started, but of course, practicing will help you find your own tips and tricks. This concludes the training in this series. To create an Open Tree Map account and to get assigned blocks, you will first need to take a short quiz. Click the link in the description to get started. After completing the quiz, you will be given access to register an Open Tree Map account and be given instructions on using the block tracking app.